just hopped in, don't worry, I'm getting started soon. Say hello in chat. Talk to your boy. Post. You gotta let the streets know that you're live. And then we could get to it. KJ Smooth, what's good, man? Yo, when's our episode dropping? To hopped out. Me and KJ Smooth did a podcast, or I was a guest on his podcast, I should say. Looking to put it out next week or so. Great. I look forward to it. It was a good episode. I had a lot of fun. We talked about a lot. It was cool. I've been sick. Damn. That is not good. Getting sick is the worst. I've gotten sick a lot since my daughter's been in daycare, which is not a good time, to say the least. These kids go to daycare, they pick up viruses you ain't never heard of, and they bring it back. I did too. You're always welcome back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back for just like more video game talk. That's for sure. That is for sure, without a doubt. If y'all didn't know, KJ Smooth has a podcast called Smashed Controllers, where people talk about art, gaming, comics, just like cool stuff, if you ask me. And I had the honor and pleasure of being on there. So look out for that next week. These kids stay sick, yeah. My daughter started daycare like end of October of last year. And yeah, she's gotten sick like 3 or 4 times in 3 or 4 months, which has led to us getting sick around the same amount of times. But what can we do? These kids and their germs. You still playing Nier Automata? I think that was the game you were playing last time we talked. I've been in a weird fighting game kick lately. I picked up Tekken 8 on discount, even though I still haven't gotten through Street Fighter 6. Thanks for it was great having you, man. I'm telling you, I appreciate it. I appreciate those who appreciate me. Smashed controllers, guys. Look it up. This is for anybody watching right now or, you know, watching the replay later, because I always get more people watching the playback than actually being here live. So I'm gonna keep saying smash controllers enough times that my my clipping app should clip that, and I'll give you a real shout out when I post a clip from this live with a tag and everything. Shout out to your daughter on her way to conquering daycare. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping she that immunity gets built up. That's all I'm hoping for. That's all I can ask for, really. Dead or Alive 7 is coming. Okay. I don't know why I started with this poncho, but here we are. Appreciate it, comrade. Anytime. Anytime. I like your setup in here. I appreciate it. I pretty much stream off my phone, and I use this app that I discovered last summer called Prism Live Studio. And yeah, I wish the app existed a couple years ago when I stopped streaming, because the reason I stopped streaming was because I was using my computer, computer wasn't able to handle the stream anymore, so I stopped for like 3 to 4 years and then started doing it again on my phone once I discovered this app. And it lets me put overlays and, you know, do all the fun curated stuff for the stream all from my phone. Obviously no webcam, but I found a loophole via this mirror that I got here. That's like my webcam. But I think it's been legit. I'm not mad at it. It's simple, it's basic, but you know, it works. I should actually. Alright, let's color her skin tone first. Nice. Is it free? So it was free when I first downloaded it. Oh, and it lets you stream to multiple sites. So I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. When I first got it, all that was free, and then it was like 2 months into using it, they were like, so we're now a paid service. So I paid for like the annual subscription. I don't remember how much I paid, but it had to be at least like $50 for the year, something like that. But when I first got it, it was free for like 2 months. And then after that, they were like, oh yeah, you can only stream the free version. You can only stream to one site. And I think it limited how many overlays I had. I don't remember. But yeah, I was just like, well, you guys got me hooked on, you know, what I was able to do for the 2 months that I was using it. So they got me. I paid for the expensive premium package. But I think it's worth it. Why did I do that? I just messed this up already. There we go. But yeah, I've been happy with it for what I've been using it for, at least. Drawing it up, is that you eating at iftar? No, I mean, I ate, but I didn't eat ramen today. Ramadan inspo pic, yeah, right? Nah, if I would have been coloring this during the day, I would have got hungry. inks be drying out. What's good, bro? Inshallah, all is well. All is good. Devoke, how you been? It might be time for me to replace these skin tone markers, even though I've been refilling them for like a smooth 10 years. Refilling the ink, that is. I'm good. It's Bashar. How have you been? I'm good, man. Long time no chat. It's been a minute. Just hanging in there, working, doing the art thing on the side, playing a game here and there. You know how that goes. Is this the right one? Yeah. I saw you had a podcast come out. I still need to check it out. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's a podcast I was doing more consistently with a friend who's a musician. And we would tend to, talk about art and music and how our perspectives are about our art forms, and a lot of times it would, take us on tangents about other types of media, like movies, video games, etc. But this last podcast we did live from a gallery where I've got a current art exhibition showing. So that was cool. It was like an art talk focused on the art that I'm showing at this gallery. And it was fun. And we used it as an excuse to kind of bring the podcast back. So it was a good time. That's so dope. Yeah, man. I appreciate it. It was a good chat. My friend and I talked about bringing the podcast back, which I think that intention is still there. We just got to iron out the timing, which is, easier said than done. How many pieces did I have at the exhibit? So it was, I want to say at least 30, because it's 9 paintings with 9 framed comic book pages. So that's 18. But then I also had like another 15 or so framed illustrations to kind of give people like a variety. Yeah, really trying to bring fine art and comic book illustration together was like the intention behind the show. And it's still up. It's still there till the 27th of February, by the way. It's hard to keep up with things you're passionate about. Facts. Who are you telling, bro? Life be getting crazy. To say the least. Where's the exhibit at? It's at a gallery called Connect Gallery in Hyde Park, Chicago. So like the near south side. I'm trying to think. I'm like, you're still in Indiana, right? So I'm like, shouldn't be too far from you, actually. Well, I guess that depends how far you are from, like, I guess the Sox Stadium is technically by the Hyde Park area, if that makes sense. Now I messed this up. I shouldn't use this color. I should use, I think it was this color. Nope, it was not. Was it this color? Don't really care about the background because I'm about to like edit this digitally. Yeah, I'm probably like 4 or 5 minute drive out from the city. Oh, okay. You should come check it out. On the 27th, we have the closing night from 6 to 9. I could DM you the details if you're interested. Nope, wrong color again. Okay, it's gotta be this one. Yeah. I just don't got a car right now. This drunk dude hit my car. Oh my God. Totaled your car? That's insane. I'm like, insurance better be paying for that. Like, knowing insurance, they'll find an excuse to make it your fault for a drunk guy totaling your car, which I hope isn't the case for you. But that's crazy. That is actually terrible to hear, man. Sorry to hear that. What else you been on, though? You were always a gamer. What you playing these days? Luckily, I'm just wrapping up with my adjuster and they're paying out my car out. Good. That's good to hear. That is beyond good to hear. So you know how them insurance companies like to play. Dropping illustrations out here off my desk. Dude has 2 past DUIs with a revoked license. That's terrible. Funny thing, dude that hit me was dick butt kissed it. What? That's crazy. That's definitely nuts, man. From the Bears, that's nuts. I was like, I know that name sounds familiar. That's insane. Like, how does that happen? That's so crazy, man. I swear, and I just bought that car 4 months ago. That's actually the worst. What kind of car is it? Like, what model? What you working with these days? You were always a car guy. And already car shopping again, man. That is terrible. VW Atlas Cross Sport. Okay, you still in the VW gang? Still repping hard for the Volkswagens. He hasn't just played a game of Counter-Strike. That's a classic. Next car won't be a VW. It'll be my 4th VW if I buy another one. So it's time to switch it up is what it sounds like. Which is fair. Definitely might be time for that. I'm still driving a busted Hyundai. Need to upgrade that thing ASAP. I don't like this color. Switch that to this guy. No. This is the better move. My favorite piece of art that I've created. That is a good question. I've got a few favorites. Let me see. Since I don't have my prints and paintings right now, I'm gonna pull up my iPad to show you like one of the pieces that's showing at the gallery right now. Where is it? Excuse me. So this was a piece I made. It's much bigger in person, but this is an image of it on my iPad. This was like probably my favorite painting that I did for the show. And then this one was also a favorite. I feel like I went crazy with this one. The wolf is so clean, I appreciate it. Your Kanye one is amazing, I appreciate that. That was like way early into my learning how to paint era. This one's a good one. Let me just, yeah, that's another favorite of mine. I had a lot of favorites from this show, I can't lie. This is like the crowd favorite. Everybody loves this painting when they see it in person. And I love it too. I just secretly well, it's not a secret anymore because I tell this story all the time. To me, this painting was unfinished because I ran out of time and I just had to call it done. But it still came out good. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'd say those are like my top favorite ones from the show that I just had. Oh, this one's another. This one I had a lot of fun doing because I painted my character with the swordfish spaceship from Cowboy Bebop behind him. That was a lot of fun. I love the color on that one. You must be talking about, I know I'm jumping around fast. I'm guessing you're talking about this one that I just showed. Unless you were talking about, I mean, I showed like 3 or 4. Who knows? Super clean. Yep, this one. Yeah, this one's popular. I still got a couple prints of this one, but yeah, I'm like, I want to eventually like redesign it digitally and just do like a sequel piece to it, basically like an upgraded version. But yeah, let me see. I wonder if I still have the Kanye piece you mentioned. I like recently drew over it to like kind of show that I've evolved. Oh yeah. So this is the Kanye piece you're talking about, but I like, so this was how it originally looked. You're super talented, man. I appreciate it. It starts with talent, but then it takes a lot of practice and work. Cause yeah, I'm like this, looking back, I'm like, this was fun, but I didn't have my skill set where it is today in terms of like colors and, you know, shadows. So I like, whenever people mention this piece, I like show them how much I've progressed by like this time I drew over it or painted over it. And I'm like, if I were to draw it today, this is how I would have painted Kanye. And it's like, you could tell the upgrade. You've been drawing since day one. I remember all the drawing you would do when we were younger. Yeah, in class, on notebooks. It was always my thing. And then I like left it alone for a bit in high school and then came back to it like at the end of high school. But yeah, it's definitely been my thing. Definitely the thing I'm passionate about and love. I'm trying to get into murals this year because that's like the real way to maybe take this thing full time. I'm thinking of like paint garage murals basically to get started for a fee, of course. That's like my short-term goal, is to start painting garages and see how I could build my mural portfolio that way. Which, I mean, I have a mural portfolio already. I've painted like 5 or 6 murals, but still, you want to build that skill set too. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the dumpling. Have you spray painted before? I have. I definitely have. Jumping back to the iPad, I should show you this piece. This piece was a lot of spray paint. Hold up. Let me find it. Always, there we go. I'm like, where's the file I was just showing you? So this piece, if you could see it, this background was like 90% spray paint. Like the clouds, the whale, the buildings, that was all spray paint. And then I touched it up with paintbrush, and then the foreground, like the light, the kid with his head down, the flag, the diglet, everything you see around it was paintbrush, but the pink stuff was all spray paint. I've seen this one before. It's so clean. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was proud of this one for sure. It's funny, it's like the pieces you use spray paint for take so much less time, because this piece is the same size as the wolf one, but the wolf one took like 40-50 hours, and then the spray painted piece took like 20, maybe 15. But yeah, I'm trying to improve them spray painting skills, put them on walls. That's where the real bread is at. How do I come up with ideas? I mean, it's been years of development, I'll say. It started out with just like using characters to express like a feeling. And eventually I started like adding more characters, like, you know, this is a character I use when I'm happy. This is a character I use when I'm sad. And then I started using them so much that I started writing stories for them. So now it's like I have this like cast of characters where they have stuff going on in their lives, but then I use them to express whatever I'm going through in my life. So that's kind of how, you know, ideas come about. Or like I'll have an idea for like, you know, I want to draw up a painting or a drawing about feeling like powerful. I'm going to use this character to express that. So that's kind of how it goes, but it usually starts in a sketchbook and then ends up on a canvas. You have your own universe? I do. I've been building it for like 10 years. The universe of Onion City, where all my creations exist. A parallel universe to Chicago. I'm pulling up my sketchbook to show you one of the sketches that led to a painting. See, my guy asking good questions on this live, so you giving the people like exclusive answers that they wouldn't have gotten if they were just watching silently. Let me see. So this turned into a painting. Oh, let me show it better. Just got this sketchbook carrying case that I'm got this in. This turned into a painting. This was just an outline and it turned into a painting. Where is my... Oh yeah. This became a painting, as you know. That was the one I was looking for. This also became a painting. This became a painting. These are just like short notes about the story and whatnot. Oh, the self-portrait. Yeah, I did that. Where did it go? There it is. This was on my birthday in 2022. Quick self-portrait sketch. That was fun. That sword is giving me Final Fantasy vibes. It's literally, this is why you're a real one. That one is literally I referenced the Final Fantasy VII like start screen of like, you know, the start screen where it's like load game, continue, or new game and continue. That's what I referenced, or that's what I thought of, you know, when I was making it, but like with the sword from my world. I always loved like the original Final Fantasy VII, just the start menu with the Buster Sword. You still need to play. Oh, Rebirth. Yeah, I loved Rebirth. I loved it. I still have a lot of side quests to do in Rebirth, and I'm like, I should just go back because I feel like it's peak Final Fantasy. I feel like they figured out the best combat, and I'm like, I think every Final Fantasy after Rebirth should just have that combat. I don't care what anybody says. I don't need things to be turn-based. I think the action turn-based is the way to go. But that's just me. Oh my god, wrong color. Oh my god, what a disaster. That is incorrect on the color. Let's white that out with a colored pencil and color over it a little bit. Good as new. It's that good. I played all of Remake. Yeah, Remake was good too. I mean, yeah, Rebirth, I'm just a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. And Rebirth was just more of Remake, but it was like open world, or, you know, not entirely open world, but just like a bigger world, with so much to do. And I really enjoyed the combat. What am I looking for now? That's why I want to jump into it at the right time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got it when it first came out, and I played it like crazy, like hours and hours. And then I left it alone for like damn near a year, and then decided I need to go back and finish it. I finished it like last July, which was already like a year after the game came out, a year and a half, I think. But I tend to do that. Oh shit, thank you for the sub, man. There is endless things to do in that game. There is. So here's the other problem. I got burned out because the game has so many mini games, dude. And the mini games, a lot of them are like mandatory to get to like the next part of the story. So I'm like, okay, I appreciate mini games, I really do, but like, Sometimes it was annoying, and I'm like, I'm enjoying the story. I just want to get to the next segment of the story, but you're like, I have to beat this chocobo race or else I can't continue. So I think that's what burned me out a little bit, and I left it alone, and then I came back. And like I said, the mini games are fun, but it's like I would just love if they were optional side material, not like, blocking you from story progression sometimes. And it just depends on the mini game. Like some mini games I enjoyed more than others, so I didn't care that it was like, okay, I got to do this mini game. But some mini games, like this one where you had to like glide a chocobo across the canyon, and it was pretty challenging. And I'm like, this is annoying. That's what made me leave it for a long time and then come back. So that was a little lame, but I think they're like doubling down on their mini games. They're just like, nah, like mini games are a part of this franchise, and we're gonna go hard with the mini games. And I'm like, all right, y'all do that, It just led to me taking a long break. Yeah, I don't know. It goes both ways. At the beginning, you're excited to play the different mini games, but then it just depends. I've also seen people that are like, I loved every single one. And I was like, I liked this one. I didn't really love this one, and then they had a really fun card game in there called Queen's Blood, which was kind of like Gwent in The Witcher, if you've ever played The Witcher 3. That was a fun mini game. Anytime like I had to beat some people in that game before moving forward, I didn't mind, because it was like, okay, another chance to play this. If they made that a mobile game, I would get it and play it on my iPhone. I'm actually surprised they haven't done that. Red Dead had some good mini games. It did. Red Dead 1, I just remember, I'm like, I'm not really a card player. Like, I don't really know how to play poker. So the poker mini games I didn't gravitate to, but I did like, the like blackjack was fun. Damn, I'm trying to think of like other mini games in Red Dead 2, but I can't think of them right now. Didn't they have their own card game other than poker? I don't know. They might have. I really can't remember. I know they had like that knife game where you like put the 5-finger fillet. They had that in Red Dead, which was fun too. You think they're working on it? That would be fire if they drop that, KJ. I'm like, they should have been dropped it, to be honest. Like, that game is gold. Like, they could sell that as a mobile game and people would buy it. And I'm people. Like, no shame. I am the people that would buy it. They would put a paywall behind it for sure. They for sure would. Oh man, let's see. About to hit the 1 hour mark, so you already know when I do that, I like to wrap this up. But I'm like, can I finish this in 5 minutes? Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Getting a little messy with these noodles. Giving them that light brown color, light tan. What was your favorite spot in the city? Food spot in the city? I mean, favorite burger and hot dog spot has to be Devil Dogs, which is what inspired that one painting. Like, what are my other favorites? Favorite Thai spot is a place called Star of Siam up in River North. Favorite pizza, probably Lou Malnati's. I got a lot of favorite spots. I've got like a favorite taco spot, but a taco spot that I go to the most. I got Los Camales in Pilsen is like my go-to quick and easy taco spot, but then if I want like really good tacos, I like this place called La Vaca. Pilsen's got good food, which is where I'm at. Lou's is so good. Yeah, Lou's is my favorite pizza spot. Or for deep dish, at least. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Just zoned out for a second, don't mind me. All right, I think I gotta wrap it up. I'm gonna color this last part here. And then, how did I do that? I think I might have messed this up, but whatever. It's okay. That's what happens when you're late night working on art after fasting all day. Might have messed this up, but it's all good. I'll make it better by doing this. Didn't finish this entirely, which is okay. But your boy gotta cut this short so I could go hydrate and prepare for another day of fasting. So thank y'all for tuning in. Bashad, it was good chatting, man. You're going to sleep? No, I'm not going to sleep, but I'm gonna go eat more. Gonna go snack, hydrate, all that fun stuff. Nice catching up. Appreciate the sub, man. I hope to see you in future lives. And maybe even at the closing night of the show. Where you been? Tell him, yeah, he's been ducking and jumping in and out. But all right, y'all. Peace.